Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Daria Rybinska and I'm the Regional Sales Manager at ISI Emerging Markets, responsible for Central and Eastern Europe markets. ISI consists of two brands, and this is EMIS and CAC. EMIS is a leading provider of data on companies, industries, and countries for emerging markets. CAC, on the other hand, is the database which provides macroeconomic data for over 200 markets across the globe. Today, we are presenting effective industry data analysis for Embassies. The presentation will be delivered by Marta Witczak and Zoltan Gergely. Marta Witczak is our account manager, responsible for clients in Central and Eastern Europe. Marta works with companies from public sector, from embassies and government organizations, so she is a great person to share with you insights how to do those kind of analysis. And Zoltan is our business development manager. He is responsible for all the sectors for markets like Romania and Hungary. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box into your GoToWebinar control panel. I will bring them up during the presentation. We will also have time for questions at the end. Also, in handouts part, you will see some materials that we are sharing with you that you can use and download. I think now we can start, and I will turn the time over to Marta. I will just change the presenter. Over to you, Marta.
So thank you, Daria, for a short introduction. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for joining the call. It's really nice to see you on the meeting. Of our meeting and webinar is to present and demonstrate the most used cases that Embassy on daily work. And before we go to the practical way, and before I will show you the EMIS tool, I would like to tell you some words about EMIS. EMIS is an economic online platform and aggregates the data on companies, industries, and countries. So you may find a lot of information in one place about companies, countries, and sectors. So EMIS consists into three pillars, and of course, for each and every pillars, we aggregate not only the financial data, releases a lot of reports and a lot of news. So on daily basis, using a lot of analytical tools. So I will show you how you can do it later. And you can so in one place you can find a lot of information aggregated about the company, about the sector, and about the country. Before we go to the real cases, I would like to present you. I would like to give you some tips and tricks. So on the right upper corner, you are able to see few functionalities. So first of all, you may switch interface language into English, and you can choose the content language, because every news and a lot of original documents can be translated into given language. So you can choose between the language in here. Let's imagine that you would like to start cooperating with potential business partners, that you would like to start cooperation with the partners in Poland. So EMIS will always show you the matching searches. So I'm checking, and I'm choosing the first one, Carlsberg Polska. The system will automatically redirect us to the main overview of the company. So in one place, you can find all information gathered and aggregated from the market about this company. So the short overview, this is the short summary of the given tabs, like financial news and reports. And on the left-hand side, you can find the basic information about the company, like address, like the full name. You can find automatically the classification of the company. So you can switch into the international to NAICS or to the local one. Then you can find the key executives, ownership details, and automatically you can see the similar companies. So it means that you can very easily see the competitors of your company you are searching for and you would like to analyze. And on the right-hand side, you can find financials, detailed information about the financial situation of the company. You can find company scoring. So this is like in very detailed company credibility. So before you decide to invest in the company or start cooperating with the company, you can very easily find the financial situation. And of course, so EMIS, it's not only numbers and analytics, but also a lot and reports. So you have absolutely full access to all news you can find in EMIS and reports. So this is not a shortened version or reports or news, but you have an access to the full version. You may see that you can always see the source of the information marked in blue. So each and every time you can go directly to the source and see other information about the company. So this is the very short summary of the company. Usually starting our analysis and our searches about the company, we concentrate on the financials. So you may find in the first tab all financial information about the particular business partners or particular company. So first tab, financial statements given for 5 years. So as you may see by default, between the standards, if this is individual or not, you may switch the currency. So all the information in here can be adjusted to your requirements and to your needs. Apart from that, you can see each and every indicator. All the information can be presented in a visual way. By clicking on the indicators, you can see year on year. So you can easily check the financial situation, how the situation changed from year to year. All the data can be exported to Excel. So in here, you can switch between many kind of news. So you can see all news, you can switch into financials or merger and acquisition news. In here, you can find not only information and news from the local sources, but also from the international sources. So I would like to present one of the news. Side, you can see a lot of functionalities, and one of them is the translation functionality I mentioned before. So we can easily click on the functionality, and the full text can be translated into given chosen language. Apart from news, as I mentioned, reports are very interesting part of EMIS. You can find in here, in this place, while you analyzing the company, 2 types of reports. And on the left-hand side, you can see the company reports, and on the right-hand side, you can see the industry reports. So the industry where your potential business partner cooperates to. So you may find a lot of interesting reports, the current reports, and interesting prognosis and forecasts. Like in here, you can see very interesting report till 2025. This is the full version of report that you may buy on a market. So this is not a shortened version. All the reports are available for you in the full version gathered from the market. What is very important for you is that you can use EMIS as a main source once you work on some kind of projects, or you would like to use EMIS or some information in your presentation, in your analysis. You can treat EMIS as a source. So this is very useful, very helpful once you are working on the data and would like to use EMIS in your daily work. So news and reports, those are very interesting parts of EMIS, but automatically you can find all companies that are similar to your potential business partner or business partners. So in here you can benchmark all companies you would like to analyze. So once we clicking in here, you are able to create your own summary of the companies using the requested criteria, requirements you would like to have. So you can create ready-to-use summary of companies using different criteria. So not only the basic criteria like legal form or operational status, but also you can operate and you can work with the financials. So let's imagine that you would like to create like 50 or 20 biggest companies in the given sector. Then you can choose your criteria, then you can click apply, and all the data will be available. So in here you can choose the sector. So when you would like to find some companies from the given sector, then you can use the NAICS classification, so the global classification, or the local one, depends on the requirements. So this is very useful and very often used functionality in EMIS. Of course, having this information in EMIS, you can very easily find out about the financial situation, so about the credibility of the company. So before start investing or before start cooperating with the company, you can very easy and in a very effective way check the credibility of the company. So in one place you can find the financial score of the company, you can find out about the financial situation, and of course you can compare the situation of the potential business partners with the whole sector and industry. So always in here you can find information that your potential partner is scored higher than let's say 75 or 50% of the companies in the industry. So this is very interesting and very important information before you make any decision, financial decision to invest or cooperate with the company. So in one place you can find all information. The other use case I would like to present is that imagine that you start your analysis or searches from I don't know, you would like to know the shoes producers or energy producers in Poland, in Hungary, or in Bulgaria. So you can use the search bar. You can go to the advanced search bar and put in here the keyword, the given word you would like to start searching for the companies. Let's say footwear or like energy producer. Then we go to the search, and in one place you will have all gathered aggregated information about this footwear producer or energy producer. So in here you can find news, reports, companies, and other interesting information. So we can go to companies, and in here you will have ready list of the whole producer of shoes, and then you can easily go to similar companies and you will have the whole benchmark of companies connected and operating in this sector. So this is all from my side. I'm passing to Zoltan. Zoltan will present the industry analysis, how to effectively analyze the industry.
Let me really quick show you how you can navigate industries in EMIS. So let's go now to Romania, because this is a market when I'm actually operating. And suppose that you would like to get orientation in the energy industry. In this case, you just simply click on the energy industry tab, and on this page, on the left-hand side, you see a list of industries, and on the right-hand side, you see different tools and content that you can reach here, like industry reports, news, statistics, M&A deals, and so on. There is a short list that is including the big sectors, as you can see here, but you can choose from the a detailed list of industry sectors and subsectors as well. So here there is energy, and now I'm going into the overview of the energy sector in Romania. On this page, we display the most important and fresh content for the chosen sector and country. We have a few industry statistics from Oxford Economics, which is, I'm sure you know, a trusted source from United Kingdom. You have the latest reports like the Emerging Europe Renewables Energy Sector report that has been recently published by us. Energy report for Romania from Enerdata, which is an energy specific source. Energy report from EYU, which is the Economist Intelligence Unit. You can get the latest news of the sector. These are all in English. If you speak the local language, of course, you can go for Romanian, Hungarian, Polish, and so on content. Here we display the latest M&A deals that happened in the industry in Romania and the top companies by activity and by revenue. The details are located in these tabs and the other sectors on the left hand. So let's say we can switch to food and beverage. And here, pretty similar, you find a good insight into the food and beverage sector in Romania. There are the reports, the news. Let's have a look at the reports in more detail. I go to the reports tab now. And here we have reports on a global level, European level, and of course I can change for a country level, where we can see reports for Romania, but maybe it's better to choose a subsector. For example, if I want to go for statistics, you can see here different subsectors of the food and the beverage sector. Let's go for dairy. So if you would like to see raw data and make your own assumptions, you can go here and see how the exports, the imports of dairy products look like until November 2021 in Romania. Industrial production, cheese, butter, and so on. Household consumption, and agricultural production, of course. And now if I go to reports, you can see the wide range of coverage on country level, global level. Let me open one of them. They come from Euromonitor, which is a source we are proud of. And you open the report in PDF. You can download it onto your computer, and you can use it for your internal tasks, like creating a report for mainland, or giving an insight for a company in the mainland that would like to find partners or invest into this industry in Romania. These contents can be copy pasted pretty easily from here. What else? We have other tools. If you would like to see particular companies in a sector, we have benchmark. Benchmark allows you to see averaged or summed, summarized data for the certain sector. So these are summarized sales figures in the the manufacturing sector in Romania, or average growth rate, or EBITDA. All this you can export in one click into Excel. Also, it is a use case we know about in trade offices that you would like to see market shares. We have a tools for that as well. Let's see concentration analysis. And here you have the market share of the particular companies in this sector based on the sales figures from 2020. Of course, you can export this into Excel. Another use case that may happen that you would like to see reports or content or companies for a more specific case, and you may not know where to look in these lists. Then you can very easily go for the keyword search. Let me give you an example. If you go here, let me input these 3 words: hair care Romania. So this is a sector where you got a request to look around. We have companies, reports, and here is the report for hair care in Romania, also from Euromonitor. And we are giving you a context. Here you see the hair care sector on European level and related content like personal care appliances and beauty and personal care, grooming, so on. Some of them come from MarketLine, which is also a trusted international source. Please have a quick look. Here you have an executive summary, market overview, segmentation, outlook. So this is the place where you can see the forecast for the market value and the growth rate. And of course, we have competitive landscape and the company profiles of a few important players on the market, like L'Oreal, Henkel, and so on. If I go back to the search, just let me change the keyword hair care for e-commerce, because it is a popular sector as well. And here you have the e-commerce report for Romania and the subsectors. I hope you now have a flavor how EMIS helps in industry research. If you have any questions, please type into the chat. And now I go further because we have another use case which is happening often in embassies, where you would like to have a high-level view of the country where you are operating, or countries. Sometimes it is requested that you send some brief summary of what is happening in the country on political level, on the main economic trends or risks. And it is doable in EMIS pretty easy and quick. I go to Countries tab. I open the country or region overview. Let me go now for Hungary. So now we are in Hungary. And you have a quick overview of the latest developments in English from Oxford Economics. And if you would like to get the details, we already display on the right-hand side 3 sources for country information: Oxford Economics, IHS, and Focus Economics. These are the top macro sources for European countries. And they are here for you unlimitedly, updated every month. Legal point of view, tax, operational, security. So you are updated about the countries of interest of you. And of course, here, if you want to operate with raw data, no problem. If you go to the statistics and forecasts, here you have the indicators, the most important, like policy rate, unemployment rate, FDI, charts that you can customize and download, and the macro information. Let's pick unemployment rate. And here you have, for the past 5 years, the unemployment rate in Hungary. We can go into the macro details in the All Indicators tab. Here you have categories, and you can choose those that you would like to see. Business and economic survey, for example, and you have a business confidence, a time series for Hungary, latest update from January 2020. Of course, everything is downloadable into Excel. And I hope that it's enough for now for macro research, and this insight is valuable. Now let me return to Daria. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Zoltan. Thank you very much, Marta, for presentations and for showing the cases. Now I think it's a good time for showing few questions, or answering a few questions that's been asked during the presentation. One of the questions that we received is how many embassies use EMIS service at the moment. Marta, would you like to answer this question?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Daria. So as for now, we cooperate with several embassies from the CE region. So those are embassies like from Polish market, from Hungary, from Romania. So a lot of them from the CE region, as for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The next question is, how long does it take to finalize the training to use EMIS effectively, as it looks like a quite complex tool? Maybe I can take this question. It's true, EMIS is a very comprehensive tool, and it can be used by many departments. When we sign a contract with new clients, it usually takes us 3 months to onboard them, the client. Of course, you are able to use the informations earlier, not after 3 months, but to feel really confident. It usually takes about 3 months to finalize the whole training. Of course, each training plan is tailored to your needs. So what we do is, when we sign the contract, we meet with our partners, and we try to understand your priorities, to make sure that the training plan is adjusted to your needs. So I would say that every training plan is different, depending on what you need to and what you want to get, what kind of information you wanted to get from EMIS. I think we have one more questions. So the question is how you can use the EMIS effectively in terms of the cases. Maybe I can simply summarize what actually Zoltan and Marta presented. So, first of all, you can imagine that you have looking for a particular partner in the market. It's defined. You wanted to check whether it's credible or not, whether your partners should work with this company. You can check all the data and credibility in the EMIS. We have also another situation that you are looking for partners. So within the sector, you don't know these partners, you just wanted to identify them. This is also something that EMIS can help you with. The next use case, I would say, is that you need to find information about particular industry and take into consideration both like sector statistics, but also particular reports or information about the players for this industry, and you can find them in EMIS as well. And as Zoltan said at the end of the presentation, very often EMIS is used also to find some basic macroeconomic data about the market, and this is something also that also EMIS can help you with. So if it's about the summary of the cases, I think those are the most important and the most often. I'm looking into the box, into the question box. I think that there are some more questions, but I think we can answer them after the webinar. It was great to meet with you. We really appreciate that you being here. You will receive a recording after the call from the webinar. If you are interested in EMIS demo or a trial, please contact us directly. Some contact details have been shared in chat. However, you will also get those information in the follow-up email. As I mentioned at the beginning, we also shared with you in the handouts part two reports. One is Foresight 2022. The other one is the summary of M&A market in 2021 in emerging Europe. So feel free to download them. Thanks again for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much to the presenters, and we wish you a pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.